Hey guys, this is Ashley White, the owner of the Polkadot Alley, and I'm so excited to introduce you to the Alley podcast. Hey guys. Okay, so this podcast episode is going to be really fun. We're kind of doing a quick question and answer with some of the PDA staff today, and that's why I've got my phone out. I have my questions. With Kim, it was just, you know me, I'm completely off the cuff and spontaneous. I don't plan a whole lot. So at the end of Kim's chapter, I just kind of sat here and asked her some fast, quick answer questions. And we decided that would be really fun to do with some of the other staff, but I can't remember all the questions that I asked. So I had to keep some notes here so that we could keep it consistent among everyone. Of course, we had to start with none other than my much older sister, Katie Lee.
Okay.
This is my younger sister, Katie, who a lot of you will probably know because she oversees lots of things here. She does our app notifications. She does Facebook posting. She does a live every day. She also is in TikToks, just really all things selling. I put her in charge of. So, anyway, so hello, Katie.
Hello.
I'm so happy to have you here today.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody who's on today are the people who maybe don't want to sit for a full hour, but we're able to get them for just a little piece. As most of you may or may not know, Katie is a mama to 5 kiddos. So tell us the ages. Presley's the beginner.
17, 6, 5, 3, and 2.
Yeah. So Georgia is 2 and Harlow is 3. Brooks is 5. Hattie is 6 and Presley is 17. Completely insane. I feel like I have 3 and I'm running an actual camp. So when we get together and it's all 8, it's next level. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go through and ask you some hard-hitting reporter questions. Are you ready?
All
Rev
right.
your engine. Okay, here we go. I wonder if I know the answer to all these. I bet I could. That would have been fun. That's what we should have done. You know that viral TikTok that's going around right now?
No.
And they hold the phone and they show what the answer is so that you can see, they guess what the person will say.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That would have been fun. I could have said favorite color and then I'd be holding up
You
the
could
thing,
still
what I
guess.
think it is. Well, then what am I going to go? It's probably great. And then how would I guess?
In your head.
Well, that's not fun.
Well, you could say it first and then I could tell you if it's right or not.
But then you could just lie.
Why would I do that?
Okay, here we go. Favorite color?
Pink.
I knew it. Favorite food?
That's hard.
No, let's go further. Let's go one step further. Favorite, like home cooked, mom made or dad made, our childhood. Like if you could go back, favorite that kind of food first.
Chicken casserole.
Thank you. Like, why are you?
Well, I was thinking that was mom's thing though.
Yeah. Chicken casserole. Our mom has chicken casserole that we all love. And it's so funny because if I make it, my kids will not eat it. They're like, this is gross.
My kids love it.
Oh, mine don't.
Brooks won't, but Hattie loves it. And Presley loves it.
Mine don't. And James also is weirded out because it has potato chips crumbled on the top.
That's the best part.
Y'all, it's so good. We've posted the recipe in the VIP group. I'll post it in there again, but it's literally celery, basically boiled chicken, which by the way, I tried it with rotisserie chicken once.
I have too.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's good.
But you do hard-boiled eggs, celery, mushrooms, chicken. She does black olives. We don't like that.
We don't do celery because Presley.
Mayo and cream of mushroom soup or something. Shredded cheese. Y'all.
It's so good.
On top.
It looks really weird. I've had people before call it our white trash casserole.
It's so
but
good.
It's so good.
Whenever I make that, I do green beans with like butter bacon on top and brown sugar. So good. Okay. So that's favorite food in that regard.
Yeah.
Now let's go favorite fast food. If you're going through a fast food restaurant, like, and you get any pick, what is it?
Probably tacos.
From where though?
Taco
Bueno, Taco Cabana, Taco Bell. We're in Texas. There's a lot of it.
Say Bell, but then also I love Chick-fil-A too.
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to ask me all these questions. That'd be fun. Okay. And restaurant. Let's go genre, and then let's also go. We're really diving in with Katie. We don't do this with everybody, but she's sister, so we're gonna do it with her. So genre, I know it in Mexican.
It's so funny though. I'm such on a Mexican kick lately.
Oh, how nice!
I don't know. I really like sushi. I really prefer like American restaurants because you can get all kinds of things.
Like, what is that restaurant that I like on that we went to?
Charleston?
Yes, Charleston.
Yes.
That's really good.
I like, yeah.
So funny. My other two sisters and I prefer Mexican all the time. So when the four of us go somewhere, the other three of us are always like, Mexican, Mexican. And she's like, y'all always only want Mexican.
Because it's every time. I'm like, can we like, and then I wanted to do sushi. And the other two, they don't like sushi. And I'm like, well, I mean.
3-1. So she's the baby. So we overrule and go to Mexican. Okay. Next up, with the same line of food, favorite drink. Like alcohol or non-alcohol, just like your favorite, like you know what mine is. What's yours?
I would say a spicy margarita or red wine. And then for non-alcoholic drink, it would be, I don't drink soft drinks.
You're so cool.
Maybe sweet tea, I guess, from Chicken Express. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
I get James tea from Chicken Express, but he likes unsweet tea. Okay, Starbucks or Sonic?
Starbucks.
What are you getting?
I don't know how to say it. It's the Olito Golden Foam Shaken Espresso.
Golden foam.
Oh,
what is the foam made?
It's literally like $9. It's so ridiculous, but it's so good.
What's the
Oleato?
What's the gold part?
It's actual gold. Gold. I don't know. It's like a foam. It's just like I don't know. It's so turmeric. It's so
We'll get into a spice chapter later. Okay. Favorite concert, either A, that you've ever been to or that you wish you could go to. Like dream concert, favorite concert.
Oh.
Told you, hard-hitting questions.
I don't know.
CNN. I'm ready.
Dream concert? That's so hard. I don't know. I just went to a concert though, and I loved it, and it was Tyler Childers. It was really good.
Was it as good as like Elton John?
I don't listen to Elton John.
Okay, dream car. If you could have any car.
I don't know. I want like a small like sports.
Like I don't have 5 kids kind of car?
Yeah, like something really cool. Like
that's what I keep
Ferrari or something.
James
just
wants
like
me to get
amazing.
like a big mom bus. And I'm like, these kids are cramping my style. Like I
want something with like 2 seats.
Like I'm ready.
I don't have enough room.
Yeah, I want a Mercedes convertible life. And he's like, you have 3 kids. And I'm like,
yeah, I want something like bright and just.
We could throw one on the hood. Okay. Favorite movie of all time.
I don't know. I'm not really a movie person. I would say I really liked A Star is Born, Pretty Woman, like older movies, I feel like.
So let me tell you another thing about her that's real annoying. So first of all, for anyone who hasn't caught on, we are like polar opposites in a million different ways. I love going to the movies. I've always loved going to the movies. Right now, it's just not as big of a thing really post-COVID, but pre-COVID, it was. And I would like beg her to go with me to the movies. She does not have the attention span, nor does Angie, our other sister.
Definitely not Angie.
They are the worst because I'll be like, come with me to a movie. And so we'll all be together for a holiday or something. And I'm all like hyped up and excited. Let's leave and go to a movie. And they both are like, no, we don't want to. And it's like my favorite thing to do. So it's such a bummer. But I love going to the movies.
I like watching movies at home. But I don't really watch movies, so that's a lie. I don't know. I feel like if I get there and it's a really good movie, I'll like it. So, I don't know.
So maybe just go and try.
It's cold. It's like I want to be comfy in my pajamas.
So this is a fun fact about Katie that you would actually be very surprised to know. Because if you see her chit-chatting with me and bantering and you see her in a live, you would probably expect for her to, you would think she's very extroverted. And she's actually very introverted. In situations. In here, chatting with coworkers and things, they wouldn't know that because she is chatty. But trying to get this girl to go to any kind of like family event or wedding or any occasion, I am kind of just also, Mom, if you're listening, sorry, we love you, but I'm kind of her mother. And so I
don't think she listens, does she?
Yes. So I will force her to go to things because she gets so much anxiety over it. She's like, what if people talk to me? What if people are looking at me? What if people are talking about me? What if people are, and I'm like, just come.
I just don't like,
she has no
pointless chatter.
I have all the FOMO.
Of like, people are like, "Oh, let's like talk," and it's like you don't really care to talk to that person. I'm not in the mood for any of that.
Yeah, she just won't go. So you have to like make her leave her house and go somewhere most of
Yeah.
the time. She's usually going to say no, but you have
But
to
then if I
actually do it.
get there, I'll be like, "Okay, this is fun." Kind
I
of.
can't remember. Oh, I can remember. I won't say it in case anyone's watching so they're not offended. But the last time there was something like that, she called like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, she was so excited. She kept saying like, fun, we're gonna go. She had hyped herself. And then it got to that day and she was like, I don't think I'm gonna go. And I was like, yes, you are. Get yourself together, get in the car,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
coming.
That was ugh.
And then she gets there and her kids are nuts. And
Yeah,
then
that was bad. It was all bad.
A Star is Born, I agree. I love that movie. And what's crazy is I watched it probably 3 times when it first came out. And it's like, for some reason, ever since then, I have not been able to revisit it because it's so dang sad.
I know. It's
It's
so
like you want to watch that
sad.
part and then
But
you
then
can't watch it
yeah,
anymore.
because it's just like, why did that happen?
I know. And it's so, I can't think of another movie, which I'm thankful for. I can't think of another movie that goes that far
Yeah.
showing what happens
And just the soundtrack. Remember, we downloaded it literally in the parking lot after the
after the
movie
movie.
was over.
We saw that in Cedar Hill.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I watched that or I listened to that soundtrack for like so long straight. Like
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
it must have come out over the holidays for us to have been over
Yeah,
there
I think it
because we
was
went straight from
Christmas.
there. Yeah, we went and saw that and we left. And I remember it was dark, it was nighttime, and we were like, we have to hear the songs right now.
So good.
Okay, favorite perfume, which will be some copy of me because she likes to copy everything I do.
Or I just like some of the same stuff. Well, favorite
AKA
perfume
everything.
that I don't have is Baccarat. Funny story. Our mom was asking me this past Christmas, like what I wanted, and I'm like, well, everything I want's kind of pricey, so I feel bad sending it to you. And she was like, well, just send it. And I was like, okay. And so I sent her the Baccarat, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is like $500, Katie. What do you think this is? I was like, I told you. So don't own it, but obsessed. And I would say my favorites that I wear all the time are Alien, which I found from her, and then Marc Jacobs Daisy. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. I have Marc Jacobs Daisy.
You also copied
I
my other one. I saw
recent
it.
the one that I wear the most is Gucci
Bloom.
Bloom. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Literally every perfume I've ever worn becomes her next
You
perfume.
didn't do Daisy Marc Jacobs, did you?
No, I didn't. That's true. But Alien is what I wore for
Alien,
years
I
and Gucci Bloom
love.
before I moved on
Those
to
are my top
Baccarat.
two.
Now I'm on Baccarat and Soleil Blanc. Oh
Oh, I've
gosh.
heard of that one.
What
But I
is
haven't smelled
I can't
it.
think of his name. Anyways, okay, favorite oh, this is funny. Favorite book. She doesn't like to read books.
Yeah, I literally
Like
couldn't even
self-help,
tell
better. You
you.
like that kind of a thing
My
ish.
attention span has gotten so bad lately. I just recently bought a book at Barnes and Noble. I read a couple chapters and then I started TikToking.
I just don't
And
even
then
know
I
how
haven't
anyone does that.
gone
I get
back.
so into the book so quickly that it would make my attention span would go crazy not going back to finish it.
I don't
Huh.
know. I used
Okay.
to read though James Patterson books back in the
I did
day.
too, and I haven't in a long time. Okay, beach or mountains,
Beach,
road trip or airplane trip?
road trip.
What?
I don't like flying.
That is true. She gets really scared on airplanes, which mom always did too. You have a little bit of her in you. Okay. We're back.
Maybe skip the plane ride and plane trip. Like,
So
let's
you're
go
just
to
gonna
a
stay home?
nice
She's just
destination.
gonna stay home. Back to the first question. She doesn't leave the couch. Okay,
The couch. What do you mean? I don't leave the standing in my home.
that's true with her children. Okay, TV series. That's a hard one.
Oh,
There's been so many good ones.
so many. I don't know. You know, one that I really loved that I don't know that if it was on TV was Parenthood.
Yeah, that was on TV.
Oh, I just didn't know if it was on Netflix. I loved
You know
that
Netflix is on
series.
TV, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a really
I
good
did. I loved
one.
Parenthood too. That was a very good one.
I don't know.
The thing for me that's the hardest with TV shows is once you've seen them, knowing I never get to have that first moment with the show
Yeah, that
again.
one was so good. I remember for a long time after that one thinking like, I really wish
Like I miss
it
those people.
continued.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was like that too. Parenthood reminded me, not the same, but the same vibe, which I know you also loved with me, Brothers and Sisters. Remember Brothers and Sisters with Sally Field?
Gosh, brothers and sisters. What is that?
You know that. It came on, I think, after Grey's Anatomy, and it was Sally Field and the dad from Pretty Woman. and he passed like in the first episode or something.
Oh my
And
gosh, I must have amnesia. I've never
okay,
heard of that.
I'll show you later because it's such a good one. Okay, how long have you been with the Polkadot Alley?
Gosh, I don't know
Off and
because
on
I feel like
forever, a
it's
little bit here and
been,
there.
yeah. Because
She comes
I
and
used
goes.
to, I used to literally write down people's invoices on paper from, remember the Labor Day sale, the biggest nightmare of life, where I had to
The
invoice
first one.
one by one by one.
Yeah. Obviously, her being my sister, she's just popped in and out. There have been times over the years where she needed a job or I needed somebody to help and do something, or she would pop on a live or come on a trip. And then when we first moved here a couple years ago, or actually when we knew we were going to move here, we were so hyped up because we were like, oh my gosh, I was like, you're going to work here. And she was like, I'm going to work for you. And we were like, this is going to be so fun. And then she was like, I have to tell you something.
Oh yeah. That was Georgia, right?
No, Katie, every single time you told me you were pregnant, you did it the same way.
I have to tell you something.
No, it was always at a restaurant and
Public places
a public
only.
place, so I couldn't react. And it was always, I have to tell you something. And I would go, so
That's funny.
yeah. And you know it's true. Remember?
Yeah.
Hattie, it was Sweet Berries in Florida.
Oh yeah.
I think Brooks, it was at that breakfast restaurant in Odessa. You went with me to do the PDA pop-up in
Oh
Odessa.
yeah. That's so
Every kid, we're sitting in a restaurant and she
funny.
casually is like eating the bacon and goes, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, oh my God. Basically, it's annual. It's our annual tradition. Every year we have another baby. So she was supposed to come and work. Then she got pregnant with her fifth, which was Georgia, who is now 2.
Almost 3.
Yeah. And that was the time, that's when we were planning to move here. Because when was she born? June 2021.
Yeah, June 21.
June of 21. We moved here in August of 21. So we had been all hyped up, and then she ended up having Georgia. And so she wasn't going to take her anywhere until she was at least 2. So we knew we weren't going to get her for a while, but then we finally did. Okay. So one fun fact about working at PDA. Or what is your favorite thing about working here? What's your favorite thing about me? I know the list is long.
Favorite thing would be all the clothes. Like
sorry, Kim. Sorry, Rocky. Sorry, Alexa.
Like all the cute clothes. And then obviously who I work with in my room. We always have fun. So it's fun. It's like you're going to work with your friends every day.
It is fun. I'm glad that you feel that way. Okay. Fun fact about you, or something that people wouldn't know about you. Let's go with top secret information.
Well, you already told them that I'm not extroverted. That would have been a interesting fact.
Is that all you got? There's nothing else about you?
I'm
trying to think of fun little.
There's not really a.
Hey, you were ahead of the game on microblading.
I was.
Yours was a little exaggerated for a while, but
I was ahead of the game, guys.
She was
fashion forward.
She is fashion forward. She got microbladed before anybody that I ever knew, and I remember we all were like, "Oh my gosh, Bert and Ernie, what are you doing?" Like her brows
They're
seem
dark
so
at first. As you found out, they fade.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
You were first on microblading.
What else? I'm getting some of my tattoos removed, which is not a fun experience at all. So if you're thinking of getting a tattoo,
be sure.
Probably just don't, because it's so incredibly painful.
And expensive.
And very, I mean, like
time consuming.
So painful. So
yeah, I'm gonna have my kids talk to her about that whenever, because of course my 10-year-old's adamant he's getting tattoos.
Well, and Presley is too, and she doesn't care.
Why does she? Yeah, but she's grown up looking at you, thinking that that's cool.
I don't know, but the funniest thing ever is Brooks and Harlow recently, especially Brooks. He'll like be touching me, and he'll like twice. He's gone, you need to take these off.
Your tattoos?
Yes, on my arm. He's
like you can just go.
Yeah. He goes, you need to take those off, mommy. I'm like, okay. We'll get on that.
That's funny. Okay, how long do you hope to be with PDA?
I guess
forever.
Until I'm too old.
Till we age you out.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to share with us today, ma'am? What's your favorite thing about me?
Part 2.
Oh. All right, guys. That's it with Katie. Let's see who's up next. All right, guys, we've got Laura sitting here with us now. I'm going to go through and ask you some fun questions. But first, tell us, how long have you been at PDA?
It will be 1 year in August.
That's exciting. How did you find us? Do you even remember?
I found it on Indeed.com.
Okay, yeah. We've got some people that have come from Indeed, some come from Facebook posts. There's been, a little bit of everything. And what do you do here?
I do pulling orders, shipping, and I work in intake sometimes.
Is it fun getting to see the different things that each person gets? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like for me, the last time I was pulling orders, we were on a much smaller scale and I was only selling however many items. But now when you get a paper, I've done it before when we're really behind and you get a paper and you get to go around the building and be like, ooh, she got a bunch of cute stuff. Or it's kind of fun getting to look through those orders. Okay, I'm going to go through and do some quick questions and don't think about it too hard. Just pop out answers as best you can. Favorite color?
Green.
Mine too. Okay, good choice. Favorite food? Let's go genre, and you can get specific if you want. Like if you have a favorite home cooked meal or restaurant or whatever.
Home cooked meal, I would say chicken pot pie.
I love y'all. I make a good chicken pot pie. Maybe not like your mother or something, but I make a good chicken pot pie.
And from a restaurant, I would say Mexican food, and I love enchiladas.
Same. Have you gone next door to Enchilada Olay?
Yes,
What
it
do you
was
think?
really good.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite drink. So this could be, coffee, tea. This could be a soft drink. This could be a beverage, whatever.
I would say Mountain Dew.
It's funny that I said this could be a beverage as if those other things weren't beverages. I meant to say cocktail. Okay. See, I don't like Mountain
I
Dew.
don't drink though, so I mean,
It's like too limey, Mountain Dew. Okay. Starbucks or Sonic?
Starbucks,
What are you going to order at Starbucks?
Frappuccino
Okay. Favorite item at PDA?
that I own, or
I don't know. Or that you want to own, we keep it
I
open.
I own one of the makeup junkie bags, and
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
The makeup junkie bags are good. Okay. Either favorite concert that you've been to or dream concert that you would want to go to?
Paramore.
You've been or you want to go?
I went last summer.
What do they even sing?
I can't think of the songs right now.
I don't know what Paramore sings. I know I've heard of it, but I don't know.
There's so many.
Okay, dream car.
I've always wanted a Chevy Silverado.
A truck?
Yeah,
I don't know if I could see you driving a big old truck. Okay, favorite movie.
50 First Dates.
Is that the Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore?
Barrymore,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute. See, that's I like when you get a different one. Katie did like Pretty Woman, like one of the Office.
that's a good one.
It is a good, but that's an everybody favorite movie, So 50 First Dates is fun. That's different. Okay, do you have a favorite perfume?
I like the Bombshell perfumes from Victoria's Secret.
Okay, yeah, those are good. What about books? Do you like to read? You have a favorite author or a favorite book, or are you not a reader? What's your hobby?
I'm not necessarily a reader, but I have read the Harry Potter books, Lord of the Rings.
Oh my gosh, Ellison, my oldest, y'all, the level of obsession she had with Harry Potter books. I never read them, but they must be something like otherworldly because she read, and those books are big. I mean, big. And she read that entire series, I want to say 3 times through before I finally had to essentially ground her and say, you have to move on to another series. We went to Harry Potter World. I mean, she was all about it. So that's a fun one. Okay, any other hobby? Like everybody knows mine is needle pointing, but is there anything that you like to do or
I collect cameras.
you collect cameras like
Yeah.
working or vintage or
I like to go to the antique stores,
Me too, girl?
if I find one,
So
I usually buy it.
so not working. They're just like for decorative collecting.
I do have a film camera that works. I haven't developed any of the film yet.
Well, gosh, come on, let's see what's on there. Okay, next we've got beach or mountains,
Mountains.
road trip or plane trip,
Road trip.
binge TV series or movies.
TV series.
What's your favorite one?
Gilmore Girls.
I couldn't get into that. The way the mom and the daughter talk drove me crazy. I let Ellison watch it though, and she loved it. Okay, if you could have dinner with anyone, past, present, or future, who would that be?
Maybe the Beatles.
Oh,
That's my favorite band.
You're gonna cheat and go whole group. Okay, I'll accept it. Okay, last question is: tell us something that we wouldn't know about you. A fun fact, something unique to you.
I have an extra vertebrae in my spine.
What?
I found that out when I was 17.
How'd they find that out?
Um,
Does it matter? Does it?
well, they did x-rays because they said it had scoliosis.
Listen,
So
you
then
and
they're
Ellis,
like, you have an extra vertebrae. I was like, oh.
you and Ellison are very aligned today in a lot of topics because we just went to get her screened for that because one of her hips is higher and we just found out her leg's a little bit longer on one side, but her spine is actually okay.
Oh.
But you two are just sisters from a different mister, apparently. Okay, anything else you want to share with us? Any
Mm,
fun, exciting topics? You like our podcast.
yes.
You subscribed.
I come from a large family.
How big?
I'm the second oldest of 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the second oldest. Do you like being up at the top, or would you have rather, like, who gets spoiled more, the younger ones or the older ones?
The younger ones.
So, listen, 10 isn't like 19 or anything, which have you ever watched that show?
Yes.
So, you're like half of what that is, so it's not the same. But do you feel like you had to help take care of the younger ones and stuff growing up since there were so many?
I did.
You did?
I feel like I helped out more than my older sister.
Oh, burn. I
She
hope
was
she's not
always
watching.
out doing her own thing.
So are you close to your younger siblings almost even more than you feel like a smaller family would be because you kind of were like, you love them almost half sibling, half parent just because are they a lot younger than you? Or are y'all close together?
Well, there was like 3. They started out with 3, and then they waited. My parents waited. And then there was like...
See, we call ours litter 1 and litter 2. That's what it sounds like.
Then they started having more, and I was like, are y'all ever going to stop?
Okay, so you heard it here first, families that are continuing to have more babies. The kids are wondering if you're ever going to stop. But I'm sure it's fun. Like, I'm one of 6, and it's so fun, I feel like, being at holidays and family events and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's never a shortage of something going on.
Well, not all my sisters. Most of them have kids now, and it's fun to see their little kids running around.
Well, when you all get together, it's like, there will be 50 people for dinner tonight, please, whenever you get that extended group. All right, well, thanks for joining us, and I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
All right, guys, now we've got Regina, who not only works here now because we suckered her into it without her even knowing what was happening, but she's also my neighbor. So hello, Regina.
Hello, how are you?
We are so excited that you are willing to sit with us. So we've talked before about when we moved here and how chaotic it was and we weren't able to find staff. And I know people watching this are probably like, why did they say that? Why couldn't they? And I really don't have an answer. We were on Indeed, we were doing all the things, but it was post-COVID and it was just a time when it was almost impossible to find staff. Everybody was not working. People, I think, had gotten, wasn't it around that time everybody had gotten the like assistance? There was something where
Right, they were getting extra money.
they were getting the
stuff.
extra money if they weren't working. So it was stuff like that it was just making it really difficult for us. And thank goodness Sarah, my best friend Sarah, of course, lives in my same neighborhood, and she had posted in our neighborhood group and was like, hey, if there's anyone that wants to come and work and help my friend, they're trying to unpack, whatever. So here is Regina, retired, no desire to go anywhere and work.
No, absolutely not. I'm good right here.
She ends up coming and helping us out, and we literally have never let her leave. So tell us, how long ago was that? How did that all happen? Gosh, that's about 2 years now almost.
Ooh, September will be about 2 years that I started. I started out doing just 8 hours a week.
1 day a week.
One day a week because I figured, retired. I want to go do some traveling, spend time. I have 1 kid still at home. But as the time moved on, I felt like I was having a good time here.
Yeah.
I enjoyed working here. So I increased my hours and like she said, basically they can't get rid of me now.
Yep. So now she's here multiple days a week. And I think technically she's still only actually
Well,
slated for 1 day a week, but then
Yeah.
she's added on more and comes more often. What's your favorite part about being here and working here? Besides the clothes, I know you. It's funny. We have some people here who I don't think care as much about our clothes and
I
don't buy as
love
much.
the clothes.
And Regina's always in our clothes.
Yep. I always, especially with the sales are going on, I love that. I enjoy working with the people. I like, since I'm retired and I have more time, it's like I like talking to people, being around people. So I guess that's pretty much
That's what
the
Kim's.
most.
I don't know if you saw Kim's episode, but
No, not.
yeah,
not yet.
she was talking about how she is like fed by other people and she likes to be around people and needs to be around people. And I think that's going to be hard for me if I, gosh willing, I ever get to retire. But if that ever does happen, like I need people too sometimes. So I feel
Yeah.
like I got to go somewhere. I'm going to have to do something.
Right.
Maybe I'll
I
work
can't just sit home.
I don't know. Maybe I'll work at a needlepoint shop. Okay, so Regina pulls orders. She does. Honestly, that's one of the good things about everybody here is I feel like teamwork makes the dream work, and there's really not anyone here that doesn't have their hand in the pot and everything. Like
Right.
some days you're helping an intake, some days you're tagging and weighing new arrivals, some days you're doing putbacks or you're, processing the returns, pulling for orders, a little bit of everything.
Right.
It's always switching up. Okay, I'm going to go through and ask you some questions. You're going to give me a fast answer. Don't even think too hard about it. Favorite color?
Ooh, I like red. That's my favorite, I would say.
Power color.
Yes.
Okay, favorite food?
I love a good steak. Steak, onions, and mushrooms.
How do you get your steak cooked?
My husband would say I'm crazy, but I like medium. He likes medium rare, so.
That's such a man thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like something to do with their masculinity. James is the same way. He wants medium rare and he acts like he's like, you're taking all the flavor out of it.
Yep,
Whenever I
same
get it
thing.
medium well, and I'm like, listen, you're not cooler because you got medium rare. It's actually meat. We can do whatever we want. It's okay. Okay, where's your favorite steak from? Like restaurant wise.
Not a restaurant. My husband does a really
Oh,
good
you like
steak.
it his
Yeah.
better than a
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, he cooks
Maybe he
very
can
well.
make me one and then I'll like it. I made sauteed onions and mushrooms the other day. Mandy Cotton had made some and I was like, these are so good. And she said she had done it in Worcestershire. And I'm like, why?
Yes.
Why had I not thought of that? I
Yep,
always would
he
just
does
do
it in
oil.
that. Mm-hmm.
I had always done it in olive oil.
Butter,
so-
Worcestershire.
Yep, I did it the other night and I used that with salt and pepper and it made those mushrooms so good. I will definitely be doing it more often. Okay, are you going to Starbucks or are you going to Sonic?
Oh, Starbucks.
What are you ordering?
I like the caramel frappuccinos. Love those.
Is that a cold one? Or
Yeah, that's a cold one.
do you like hot
With the
coffee
whipped cream.
too?
I do. I like the caramel macchiatos.
So you want the caramel either way.
Yeah, I
and
like
you say
that.
caramel.
Mhm.
Which, where are you from originally?
I am from New York State.
I feel like that's why she says caramel. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise?
Ooh, I like sweet tea. I really do.
That's like Katie. She said Chicken Express sweet tea. Have you ever had it from there?
No.
Corn nuggets. Go get sweet tea and corn nuggets. Okay,
Oh, Express. Yes.
Yes.
I'll buy. Yeah, I didn't understand.
by
what
the
you said.
gallon.
By the gallon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. I get James the unsweet from there by the gallon.
Yep.
Okay, what's your favorite PDA item? I know you have a lot.
I don't have a specific item, but I really love the dresses here. I love the dresses. They're all
The
beautiful.
Costa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the dresses are good. And you've got good legs, so you're a good dress candidate. Okay, next is going to be concert. Favorite that you've been to or dream concert?
My favorite one was my first one. When I was 13, my father took me to Madison Square Garden for the first time, and I saw, hold on, New Edition.
Oh,
New Edition.
I've never been there. That'd be a cool place.
Yeah, it
to
was
go
my
see a concert.
girlfriend and I. New
Okay,
Edition.
so it's funny that you went to New Edition because guess what my first one was?
Same thing.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, well, you're a little bit younger than
Yeah,
me, so.
New Kids on the Block was my favorite one, and I remember being so obsessed with them. I would I literally thought I was going to meet them or something, and that I was going to maybe marry Donnie.
Oh,
And I would cry in my room, I had buttons, I had the magazines. I mean, I was die hard. Okay, dream car.
don't have one. Car's not that big deal.
That's a girl thing. I feel like
I don't know.
We've all kind of been like that. Like it's like,
Yeah.
we don't care as much about cars. I guess. We should have had Phil up here for that one. Okay, favorite movie.
Beaches.
Oh my god!
I love that movie, and it makes me cry
Oh.
every time.
If it doesn't make you cry, I'm a little worried. I
Yeah.
mean, how do you watch that and not cry? Rocky, have you seen Beaches?
No, she's kind of young for that
Oh my
one.
gosh, that should be like a requirement. I feel like we need to come up with a list of requirements for just humans in general, and Beaches is one of them. It is the saddest but sweetest, but oh
Movie.
god, I love that movie. Okay, favorite perfume if you have one. And I need to follow this up for everybody. Are you somebody who has a signature perfume and you always wear that perfume, or do you have like a bunch and you just switch it up every day?
I do different ones. I like Juicy Couture.
Oh, I used to wear that one too. I liked that one.
Yeah.
I did Viva La Juicy. You know how they have a bunch
Yeah.
of different ones?
Mm-hmm.
I always think that's interesting. Some people, I feel like you have like the one, kind of like jewelry. Like it's like you always will wear the same.
Well, you like that the
Or-
one, right?
or perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have two currently, but it's funny because I feel like I find that I'll wear them for different things. Like to me, I think it's Marc Jacobs, the other one. I can't even remember what the other one is that I wear. But it's lighter and fresher. And to me, if I go to the beach or something, I feel like the Baccarat Rouge is almost too heavy. So I
Right.
switch it up based on where I'm going or what the event is or something. Okay. Are you a reader?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite author, genre, book, any of that?
There's two books I really enjoyed, Educated and The Glass Castle.
I've heard of the Glass Castle.
So basically, I have a degree in sociology, criminal justice, and
Tell them
I
where you
like.
worked. You'll
I'll
get there?
get,
Okay.
I got it.
We got to
all
get
set
that
for
fun info
one.
out.
Yeah.
You going to set it up? Set
Yeah.
the scene?
Yeah. But I like people. Like I said, I like people. Those books basically, women, they were younger, growing up in impoverished areas, and dealing with a whole lot of outside noise, basically. And then they do a whole lot better. Both of them become authors, and it's real stories.
So they're
It's
like
real.
similar books, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Educated is newer.
Do you like New York better or Texas to live in?
Honestly, I wish I would have moved here a lot sooner.
Oh, really?
We got here in 2016. I wish we would have moved here. Before that, we were in Colorado. So if I could have skipped Colorado, although I love the mountains and everything, and we got to go to different places, I love the people here in Texas.
So you'll stay here?
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We aren't letting you leave, so I'm glad to hear that you agree. Okay, beach or mountains?
Mountains, I would say.
Road.
Although I do like the beach too.
Yeah, the beach is so good. See, don't ever take me to a mountain. Actually, which is funny, nobody would understand this because I'm not athletic, but I do like to snow ski.
Oh,
I really do. I know. Everybody would be really surprised to know that, but I actually really do enjoy snow skiing. But it takes like 2 hours to get dressed to go snow ski. And that is the part that drives me insane. You have to get so padded up and put on all your stuff and then you get out there and after 12 minutes, your face is frozen and you're like, okay, I'm done. The beach, I can just go sit and lay there and I get a tan and it's a lot easier.
I like mountains because of glamping. I like, the quietness and peacefulness.
You go
of
camping?
animals. Yeah, but glamping, not, sleeping on no floor or anything like that, ground.
Do y'all have like an RV or something that you camp in?
No, usually rent certain places, cabins and stuff.
Oh, so you're not camping at all
Yeah,
then?
glamping, exactly.
So you're in a hotel in the mountains, basically.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't think we call that glamping. We call that just traveling. Okay, road trip or airplane?
I like a good road trip.
Man, y'all are all road trippers. I'm telling you. There's about to be a PDA staff road trip, and I'll meet y'all there because I'm going on the plane. Every one of you have said road trip but me. Okay, TV series or movie? Like, would you rather binge a show or?
I'd rather binge a show, especially nowadays. You have so many more
too many almost.
selections on different, different things.
What's your favorite one been lately?
Let's see. I can't say favorite. Just watched The Tourist. Watching Sherlock right now. Oh, Killing Eve. That was a good
I
one.
haven't seen any of these.
Killing Eve was a good one on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of my problem is I feel like I'll spend so much. That's why right now I'm rewatching one because I feel like I spend so much time scrolling and searching and trying to find it. And then after I finally find it, it's time to go to sleep. And then I'm like annoyed that I just spent 2 hours trying to pick a new show. There's too many choices. I'm like, remember the good old days where you would watch I Love Lucy and then as soon as you heard the music from Tales from the Crypt, you would hurry and turn the TV off.
Right.
That's how I
I usually
that.
take recommendations from people and then I'll put it in my notes in my phone so I don't forget what shows.
All right. If you could have dinner with anyone past, present, or future, who would it be?
My mother. She passed away when I was 23 in 96. So, yeah, if she would have come back.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
We could just all get with all of our parents for dinner. Whew, that'd be nice. Okay, tell us something. I know where we're going now.
No.
Tell us something fun about you. Fun fact, something we don't know.
Fun fact or a fact you don't know. A fact, basically, I met my husband while I was in prison. I was in prison from 95 to 2022, and that was when I worked there.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I worked for the Federal Bureau of Prisons
I wish you
for
weren't there, but I literally was like,
26 and a half years, and I met my husband working there.
you're slick.
I know,
I mean,
right?
I'm bright red.
You're like, I didn't know that. Yeah.
TV, check the paperwork.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, okay.
Yeah.
You're funny.
So I have a law enforcement background.
I knew she worked there, but the way she worded it, I thought, hold on, they let her work there even though she had been there?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what's funny in that is because we are neighbors, we have some different people that live in our neighborhood without going too far into it, but a certain group, and there's always somebody wreaking havoc, some drama, somebody's doing something in their car. And I didn't know it was her husband, but he had made a post one day about somebody who had, I think, driven through their yard or something
Oh, yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
And so he made a post about it. But it was funny because in the post, he said something about his time in prison, and he did it just like how she just did.
Yeah, because we like to shock people.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention to the last name. It's so funny. I was just telling somebody else that, Stevie does the payroll and the HR and stuff. So I don't pay attention to everybody's last names. I mean, I knew your last name, but I wasn't even thinking about it being your husband. And so I saw it and I told James, I'm like, this guy lives in the neighborhood. He was in prison, blah, blah, blah. And I said something and I showed Sarah it was Joy.
Oh, Joy, yeah. Joy
goes,
knows.
Yeah. Oh, we should have done this with Joy. Well,
Yeah.
And Joy was like, that's Regina's husband. And I go, oh, he worked there. But it was so funny. Shock and awe, shock and awe. Okay, anything else you want to tell us?
One other thing, my daughter works here too.
Yeah, that's true. We should have had Sierra come up here.
She's going to be a senior in college up in UNT. So she's been working here a little bit. Once in a while, my younger son will come help out also when there's big sales.
Family affair.
Family affair. We like it.
I know, and I'm all for it. Whenever we're needing, like she said, if we're having a big sale or Black Friday or Labor Day, or it's something where we maybe need a big push, but we don't necessarily need to bring on people full time permanently. We just need more of a temp position. We always open it up first for their family, just because number one, you're more trusting of those people. I feel like if she's willing to vouch for them, then that says a lot. And then it makes me feel more comfortable having them come in. And it's nice because then they know the gig, they know the stuff. If they have to come back again, it's not like you're retraining and kind of starting all over. So it's funny how many different family members we have and that we have had kind of over the years. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you're staying in Texas because you're staying here with your adorable gold Paz.
Oh, my chunky woven.
For as long as we can have you. Okay, thanks, Regina.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys. Now we've got Jocelyn, aka Joce, who is back in our intake department. And I'm so excited. I'm really thankful that so many of you guys were willing to come and do this with me. So I'm very excited. Okay, first thing first, we're going to talk a little bit about PDA, of course. So tell us how long you've been here, kind of what you do on the day-to-day. What is your favorite thing to do here? What's your favorite thing about being here? Give us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started at PDA from last year, 2023 in September. I came in September. And what I do is I usually help in the intake area where we basically like whatever shipments come in, we help like kind of like unload that and like help with like merchandise and like tagging.
And anyone knows that I'm a big shopper. They have things coming in every single day.
Yes, which is really cool because we get to like look at that too.
You see it first.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. I like doing that and like locating items too. And I just like being able to like move around a lot too, not just staying like in one spot.
Yeah.
So I like that.
That's been a consistent answer. I think everybody's saying it's different every day. You get to see different things, do different things. Some days you're up, some days you're down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she sees every item before you guys do. So she sees it before I do most of the time, actually. Okay, so I'm going to go through and ask some questions. Don't think too hard about it. Just give us a quick answer, and we're going to just kind of shoot through. Favorite color?
Ooh, I like black.
Same as Stevie.
Yeah, I like it because it goes along with like a lot of stuff, I guess. Or it's just like
the neutral.
Yeah.
Goes with everything. Okay, favorite food?
I would say I like Italian food.
What's your favorite thing in an Italian restaurant?
Shoot. I don't know. I guess I'm really basic. I like spaghetti.
I like spaghetti with meatballs.
Yeah.
I don't think they have Fazoli's here. Have you heard of Fazoli's?
Mm-mm.
So in Lubbock, they had Fazoli's, and it's like a fast food Italian. And I would get that all the time. Oh my gosh, it was so bad for me. But I loved their chicken parm. It was so good. And then ever since moving here, it's funny, I like never eat Italian. It was just something about that place, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I never do Italian anymore. But okay, favorite drink? Cocktail or otherwise?
Oof. I do enjoy wine.
White wine or red wine?
Red wine. Yes. I like Pinot Noirs. Those are really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starbucks or Sonic?
Starbucks.
Poor Sonic. Sonic's failing miserably in this episode. Okay, what are you getting at Starbucks?
So I get either triple or quad decaf espresso with 2 raw sugars and a splash of like soy milk.
Raw sugar. What's
Yeah.
happening? Soy milk, raw sugar, decaf. You're good. You're a good
Yeah.
little. This is why you look like this. Okay. It's all adding up now. What's raw sugar?
Raw sugar is just like cane sugar, I guess. It's a little more like natural. I don't know.
Makes you feel a little better about the order.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's whatever works. Okay. Favorite concert you've been to and or dream concert you wish you could go to?
I just went to a concert this past weekend. Her name is Andrea Gonzalez Caballero, and she's a Spanish guitar player.
Is she
So-
related to Camilla? No.
I don't know, but it was cool, and I got to meet her afterwards.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Okay. Dream car.
I would say a vintage Bronco, the Midnight Blue, matte. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about matte cars. It weirds me out.
Really?
I think it's because it's so few and far between. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
You like rarely see a matte car. I saw one of those, no offense if you have a Tesla, the new Tesla truck, but they are very bizarre looking. I saw one of those recently and it was matte. So not only is it standing out because it's
Yeah.
a Tesla truck, but it was also matte. It just seems very Back to the Future or something to like
Yeah.
it's like futuristic. Okay,
That's
favorite movie.
Dang, I don't really have a favorite movie.
Do you like movies? Do you
I
like going to
do.
movies?
I like funny movies. I don't like sad movies.
Do you like
or
Jim Carrey
scary.
movies or Will
Yeah.
Ferrell movies?
Yeah, I like those. Those are funny. Yeah.
Like Elf?
Yes.
You're one of
Oh
those.
my gosh, yeah, I like Elf.
My sister Angie and my niece Aubrey, they all love Elf, and I don't know what it is about Will Ferrell movies. I think I just don't like. I like funny, but I don't like slapstick funny.
Yeah.
So I love what's his name? The Vince Vaughn. I love
Oh,
Vince Vaughn
yeah.
movies, but Will Ferrell.
He's funny.
No,
Yeah.
I don't, he's not my thing. Okay, do you have a favorite perfume? Do you wear
I
perfume?
do.
Okay, what is it?
So my mom got me a Coco Chanel, the
Mademoiselle.
yes.
I love that one.
She got me that
Classic.
one last year, and I've gotten a lot of compliments off of it. I really like that one, and I also really like a perfume from Zara. I don't know if you ever like.
I have shopped at Zara, but
Yeah.
I haven't smelled their perfume.
They're pretty like some of them are pretty good. There's one that's called Twilight Mauve, and that's the one I like always get.
I'm literally
that one.
obsessed with your little dimples.
I have a lot.
No, but
It's
they're in the
weird.
cute, like they're in the cutest. Like you never see them down here. It looks so
Yeah,
cute. Okay, so
it's funny.
are you a reader?
Sometimes.
Okay,
I
if
am.
you do read, what genre would you like
So
to read?
I like inspirational books. I'm reading this book right now called Anchored by Joseph Prince. It's like a devotional pretty much, and it just talks about like how to live life through like I guess like when you go through storms in life and stuff and be at peace.
That's a good one.
So yeah, I like those.
Okay, cool.
Pretty cool.
Thank you. Okay, beach or mountains?
Ooh, I would say beach. I haven't really been out in the mountains. I've been more in the beach. I did take a trip to Miami too by myself.
Oh, you did by yourself?
Yeah, I went not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
I was literally just talking with LaDonna for her episode, and she said at the end, I said, "Is there anything else you want to share?" And she said, "I like to be by myself." And I was like, I think that's such a fun thing
Yeah.
and like such a important thing that I know, which you're way younger than me, and I know when I was younger I was so afraid to like go sit at a restaurant by myself or go to a movie
Yeah,
by
it used
myself.
to be like that.
Yeah, because you feel like you have to have someone.
Yeah.
And I remember like I feel like you could save yourself so much heartache because there would be so many times when I was single or maybe like my friends were with their boyfriends or something and I wouldn't have somebody to go do something with, and you could sit there and then feel like kind of pity and be like, well, I'm just not going to go. And finally, I don't know, you're just like, no, I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. And I think no one cares. No one's
Yeah.
looking at you. No one's like, oh, I wonder why that girl's by herself. You know?
Right. Yeah.
For all they know,
That's
your
true.
friends in the other room.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like no one is actually paying attention
Yeah.
to what you're doing. So I think that's so cool that you went on a whole trip by yourself. Was
Yeah.
it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was kind of funny because I didn't tell my parents till like last minute. And
You
yeah,
said,
they
"I'm
were
leaving
like,
today."
yeah, pretty much. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'll be back.
And it was fun.
Yeah,
See?
it was fun. It was cool.
Well, good for you.
Super peaceful.
Okay, TV series to binge or movie?
I like The Office.
I've never watched The Office.
It's funny, dude.
I feel like that's like one of the most talked about shows
Yeah.
that I haven't seen.
It's kind of slow at first, but then it starts to kind of like
I
get
think I'm
really
afraid I
funny.
won't like it because, like what I just said, I don't necessarily like certain kinds of humor,
Mhm.
like the slapstick humor, and I'm afraid that's more of what it is. But maybe I need to try it because I know everybody talks about it, and everybody also talks about what is it? Sons of Anarchy and like
I
Breaking
haven't seen
Bad.
that
I haven't seen
one.
those either, and I've heard so
I
many
need to
people talk
start that
about
one.
those. I'm like, gosh, maybe I need to see some of those. Okay, if you could have dinner with anyone, past, present, future, who would it be?
Um, I don't know. This one's a hard one. I guess.
It could be somebody famous. It could be. Can't think.
Dang, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
gonna be
might
going.
have to pass on this
I'm
question.
gonna be going to dinner with a lot of you because you're like the third one that couldn't think of somebody. So I said, okay, it can be me. Okay, last thing. Tell us one just fun fact, something we wouldn't know, something interesting that's only you.
Okay, I guess. I was. I've been a barista for many years. There was one shift
You've been a
where
what?
a barista.
Okay. Where? Like at Starbucks or somewhere?
I have worked at Starbucks for several
Was it more
years.
fun working there or working here?
I don't know.
What do
I like
you mean?
both. It's because I love
What?
coffee. I like being around coffee.
And you're fired.
And it, don't fire me. But
Hey,
yeah,
listen, I have a coffee shop for you in the building. Can't get much better than that. I mean, it's not Starbucks.
but yeah, I just like getting free coffee and stuff. So, and then doing like latte art, I like doing that too.
Oh, that part where you could like
Um,
draw something in the foam.
yeah.
Okay.
There was a shift.
We'll let you color on some
Um,
papers downstairs or something. It'll be fun.
okay, nah. There was a shift where I left during my shift because I went to go meet 50 Cent.
What? 50 Cent like the rapper?
Yeah.
What do you mean you went to meet him?
So I was working at the time. I was working at a coffee shop near TCU, and I was trying to get someone to like cover me for like an hour.
But wait,
And
where were you? I don't understand. Like he DM'd you? What?
so
What do you mean? Like
my
where were you?
my brother got info on like him coming into town, and he was gonna promote his champagne bottle at Specs.
Oh, so you knew
Yeah,
he was like at
so
the store?
yeah, so my brother's like texting me. He's like, Joss, like 50's, he's here, dude. Like, you need to make it over here. And he was already there. And so I was like, oh my God, okay. And so I'm trying to like find somebody to cover my shift. And I couldn't find anyone. And so I was like, man, like y'all owe me because I've covered so many people before. And I was working with this one girl, and then yeah, I just told her like, hey, I'm gonna be gone for like an hour, so I'll be right back. I
Okay,
can't.
note
I
to
was like,
self.
there.
Rapper comes into town and Jocelyn goes missing.
Yeah,
She'll be back in an hour.
and then I told her like, I can't miss this appointment and this and that, and she was like, okay.
Appointment. So did you even
So
meet him?
and it literally took me exactly an hour. It was weird.
But did
So
you meet him?
I did meet him.
What did y'all like hug? You shook hands?
Yeah,
What
we
happened?
okay, so you buy the bottle, and I think it was only like, it wasn't that much either. It was like $30 to $40, and then you get in line, and then yeah, he did like a meet and greet pretty much. It was really cool. And then I got a picture with him and stuff.
Would it have been,
It's the once in a lifetime thing.
would it have
So
been
I
worth
had
losing
to.
your job over if you had gotten fired?
Uh Honestly, it's because that like I knew the owners there,
So
and
you
so
felt confident
yeah,
you weren't going to?
yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna note to self if anybody comes in town. Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, guys, we are with Alisha now, and let me tell you, I'm very excited about this one. It's so funny too. I think that the key that I have found and having the best staff ever is to get a lot of shy people together. Because it goes, especially if you're like me and you're really extroverted, you can only have so many of me in one building. So it works out very nicely. Okay, hello, Alisha.
Hello.
Okay, so tell us, how long have you been with PDA?
About 2.5
I was
years.
going to say, it feels like forever, but it'll never be long enough.
2.5 years now.
So I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this before on a live maybe or something. I can't remember, but Alisha was another one. Do you know how many people I have that work for me that are actually, it became the biggest blessing that I almost didn't hire, honestly. I was not going to hire Stevie. I was definitely not going to hire Kim. I was not going to hire you. It's like, it's so funny how that works out. So she was a customer. I'm always a little wary about hiring customers just because I feel like you guys see one side of everything on a live. And as Alisha can tell you, I mean, I'm pretty much still the same, but it's just different. It's different being in the building and having to work and all of those things rather than just it being, oh, this is fun and watching from the customer's perspective. She had stayed home for a long time at that point and came in. And I remember meeting with you and I think we were just like, okay, yeah, never mind, we do want to hire her. And so thank goodness we did. And it has been the best thing ever. You've rotated between intake and all over, and I don't even know that we have an official title necessarily. She's the runner of all things down there, basically.
Do a
So
little bit of everything.
literally a little bit of everything. Every once in a while, and I know anyone who hears this would be like, well, why is your system wrong? We have a lot of inventory, a lot of
A
inventory.
lot.
So there are a lot of times, especially if we have a sale or somebody goes in and purchases an older item where the girls that are pulling the order won't be able to find it. Well, that goes to Alisha. She somehow knows where almost every item in this entire building is. So she'll do that. She finds different things. She has a million different jobs that she does. She's the overseer of all. And we love her and we count on her for a lot of things. That's one of the best things for me with you is you are 100% so dependable. She's so dependable. She's so loyal. She is such a hard worker, so driven. Just always, I always know I can count on you. You guys see her all the time on lives, and that's not even part of her job. But she has said that she thinks she could do her job better when she watches the lives because then she kind of knows what's coming. She knows what the items are. And for her on her own to take that initiative has always been such a good sign for me. And I'm really thankful for that. Okay, so I'm going to go through and ask you some fun questions.
Okay.
Quick answers. Don't think too hard about it. Favorite color?
Blue.
What shade of blue?
I like all shades. I just love blue.
Like your eyes?
Hmm.
Blue like the water?
All my kids have blue eyes.
See, and I only got one. Okay, favorite food?
Probably prime rib and sweet potatoes.
Prime rib. That's my mom's too. Is that like tenderloin? Like where it's like kind of medium rare? Isn't that what prime rib is?
It's just cooked for over a long period of time.
Okay. Is it kind of like barbecue or is it fancy?
It's really good. I would say it's fancy.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like tenderloin, like where you slice and have the au jus, or is that prime rib?
You do have the au jus with
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Favorite drink?
it. Sweet tea.
Okay. Starbucks or Sonic?
Starbucks.
What are you going to order there?
Venti caramel frappuccino, no whipped cream.
I love how everybody puts the size, first of all. That's such a Starbucks thing. Like people that order Starbucks, it's like they know what their size is. And I don't know what any of the words are anyone is saying because every single person has said Starbucks and I go to Starbucks. So I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, favorite PDA item.
The Meredith.
I was about to
top.
say Meredith.
I have it in like 7 colors.
It's the best top. I know. It's so cute. Okay, either favorite concert you've been to or dream concert you wish you could go to.
I'm going to a concert in August to see Journey
Oh, that would
and
be
Def
good.
Leppard and Steve Miller Band.
That would be fun. I love Journey. Okay.
So I'll need that night off. It's on a Monday.
Mental calendar. Okay. Dream car.
I don't have one.
You don't care about cars in
No.
general. James gets so like irritated. I am so unobservant when it comes to vehicles. We passed Sarah, my best friend in the neighborhood the other day. And I said, who just waved it? And he goes, that was Sarah. Do you not recognize her car? And I'm like, I literally don't look at cars. I never know what anyone drives. I have no idea what anybody drives. I walk up to the wrong car all the time in parking lots. If I'm with him, I'll go to the wrong truck and he'll be like, Ashley, that's a Chevrolet. I have a Ford. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care necessarily either. Okay, favorite movie?
The Ultimate Gift.
What is that? I've never
It's
seen that.
really,
Is it old or new?
it's an older one, but it gives you a life lesson.
Who's in it? Anybody
Uh,
famous there?
I can't think of anybody else. Like, I can't think of the names.
Okay,
I'm really
everybody
bad
jot
with
that
names.
down. The Ultimate Gift. Okay, we'll have to see that one.
It's a really good movie.
Okay. Do you have a favorite perfume?
No, I don't
you-
wear perfume.
You don't wear it at all?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever? Oh, well,
When I was younger,
I was going to say anybody in medical anything.
yeah, sometimes I'll wear body spray, but I don't wear perfume.
Yeah.
Medical.
Yeah, I feel like anybody who either has worked in the medical or obviously I never worked in it, but having a medically complex child and being in and out of hospitals and all of that, you do have to be more careful. So that
Yeah.
does make sense.
You don't want any strong smells.
Right. Okay. Are you a reader? And if so, favorite author or favorite book? And if you're not, what's your hobby?
I am a reader. I have not been able to read a book for me in a long time. I've just been reading medical books, school books. But since I was a teenager, I've always liked Danielle Steele.
I've never read a Danielle Steele. I'll have to
And
go
I
read
just,
one of those. But I love a good romance book.
I
so
just
yeah.
bought one of her new books recently, but I haven't been able to start it yet.
I'll have to go back and read one of those. Okay, beach or mountains?
Beach,
Road trip or airplane?
road trip.
Man, all of you road trip people. We got to have a PDA road trip apparently.
love
with the
road
staff.
trips.
See, and I'm like, get me out of the car, especially if my kids and James are in there, and put me on an airplane. Okay, TV series or movie?
I don't watch TV.
At all?
Mm-mm.
Never. Do you
Not
own a TV?
often. Sometimes it's on in the background, or I'll watch a Ranger game, but I don't watch.
Like you haven't watched a series?
Yeah.
Like ever, or you just don't really anymore?
Not anymore. I
Okay.
haven't in probably a decade.
Oh my gosh. Well, can you even remember what any were? What was your favorite one? Did you watch 90210?
I did a long time ago.
Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
Okay.
That ages me.
If you could have no more than an age as me, if you could have dinner with anyone past, present, or future, who would it be?
I don't know.
Okay. Me? That's what I asked
Okay.
Alexa. Okay. One fun thing, or what is your favorite thing about working here?
The people.
Also me?
Uh-huh. I've got bonds with a lot of different people here,
And we love you.
and I enjoy working with them.
Yep, and we do too. So Alicia's not somebody that you guys, unless it's on a live or in the group, she will comment back to a lot of you and you'll see her commenting in lives. But otherwise, her job doesn't really align with the customers. So she's not going to typically be answering emails or phones or responding to anybody or things like that. But I promise you, she probably has your hands in her order one way or another, whether it's on the intake side,
You probably see my initials.
yeah,
I
or
miss
the
things.
fulfillment side or finding something. It's probably going to be coming from her. So, okay. Anything else you want to share? Is that it? It wasn't that hard, was
Not.
it? See, we did it. All right. Thanks, Alisha.
Mhm.
Hi, everybody. Happy birthday to us.